Good morning, Carl. Jack is recreating a scene from The Shining. How are you, Carl? How's your day going? Yes, Mom's talking to her imaginary friends again, Jack. It's all going to be okay, I promise. This is my friend Carl. Sit down. Oh, you're welcome, Carl. I hope you find it easily. Jack is, he's on strike. Funny boy. Do you want to come out, buddy? Whatever. It's fine. I only use it on the phone, Carl. That's how I find it. Only thing I use my laptop for is maybe YouTube Studio because you can see more on a computer. But everything else I do on the phone also. Good morning, Lee. This is reminiscent of Jack staring off in corners. doing really well, Lee. How about you? How's your day starting? All good here, thanks. Do you have plans for today, Lee? I was just about to mention your live yesterday. It looked really like it really went well. And you're welcome. If I have the free time, I'm going to be there. Are you okay, Bubba? Are you just tired? He slept really well. We both did last night. Finally. And today, Lee is seeing friends and then doing a food shop. My least favorite thing to do, grocery shopping. Gotta be done though. From the votes, people wanted lives every Thursday. You're right, Lee. When I'm usually home and working, I just buy for the day and I end up buying a lot of junk. But since I don't want to go in and out so much around here, I actually did some grocery shopping. So maybe I'll save a little money and eat a little bit better, just a tiny bit better. Carl went live yesterday too. Thursday seems to be a good day to do lives. So Lee, you can relate. Story of my life. Buy a fridge and freezer things. Buy a freezer and fridge things for 5 days so I don't have to go back. Yeah. I am well in a new place. It's a bit uncomfortable. So we're gonna slay some demons today. Yes, my own personal demon slayer. You had a short break, so you went live. That's yesterday. I told this song I couldn't play. It didn't listen to me. No, let's not repeat the playlist. Yes, perfect. Yeah, Yes, you did make me laugh early in the morning too, Lee. That's mission accomplished. Good job. On Thursdays, you're helping a friend. Thanks, Lee. Slowly but surely, right? Jackie, don't you miss me? Jack. Jackie. Jack. He's playing right. Lee says if I made one person's life or smile, it's a bonus to the day. My goal, get someone to smile or laugh each day. That's beautiful, Lee. Here I am all selfish, just like I just want to make it through the day. A party time at 1,000. Party time when I get the watch hours. I need to start doing some more videos. I've just been living my life and going through stuff. Jack, you're not a very good host at all, dear. You don't talk to people in chat. You don't even type hello. You won't even acknowledge us. Yeah. I'm talking to you, buddy. Is it this camera? If I move this, will you come out? I wonder if I get a little tiny GoPro, he won't recognize what it is. Good morning, Lisa. Lisa Sing TV says, number 5 like. I appreciate you so much. It's good to see you. Basquito, good morning. I think it's morning. It's good evening. It's morning here. Early morning. And Leah's back. Good morning, Selena. Good morning / good evening all. Lee covers it all. Oh, look who's getting up. To go hide somewhere else. It's just a laundry room. He can't really hide in there. Hi, baby. Hello. Shake it off, baby. Shake it off. How are you? Mama loves you. Yes, she does. Sweet boy. Hey, good. Yeah. Are you going back to sleep, huh? All right. He's a good boy. We actually fell asleep on the couch together last night. Here we go again. He's already been out. Really? Basilio, everything is great here. I'm glad to see you, friend. Are you going back out, buddy? Hi, Emma. It's Emma Brown. Emma Brown, it's me, Cat Brown. Thank you, Selena. Yeah, we do plan on doing it a weekly thing. I wish I could find, not that it matters, but I wish I could find my journal when I wrote out my wishes for a partner to go through things like A Course in Miracles with. Do you want out or not? Boy, he's very funny. Emma Grace. I love that, Emma. That's beautiful. There's my boy. We all need a little grace in our lives. Lee says, Kat, I have a question. How did you find A Course in Miracles work? I well, I was deeply entrenched in fundamental uh, Christian faith. So all the things that I look at, and it would be shocking. But I started listening to Abraham Hicks, and from there, another channeler who mentioned A Course in Miracles. She mentioned A Course in Miracles a lot. So I started the course online for the first couple of weeks without a book, but then I ordered the book. And then when I actually read the book, I was not pleased and quit everything for a little while. Emma says, I just love my middle name so much. It is so adorable and so cute. It is, Emma. It's beautiful. I think it was just time for me, Lee. Divine timing. Yeah, I've returned. I'm so glad. Oh, Carl says hi, Lee. Yes, Emma, your full name is very beautiful. Best Neil, Emma's favorite band is Citizen Soldier. So I think that's the kind of music she's going for. But Emma can answer for herself. What kind of genre of rock music do you want to play? Oh, Emma says, hi there, Carl. My friend, Carl. Hi, buddy. Yeah. He's definitely clicking around the house. Uh-uh. No, sir. Do you want to go back out? I'll take you out. Come on. What I do is release. Hang on a sec. Grab Jack's leash. Let's go check for boogeymen. Mom will protect you. I'm right here. I'm right here. I am not a big fan of this cold weather. Brave Jack, guarding the porch. Oh, good question, Basleel. Basleel asked Carl, what is your favorite or preferred plane to take most of the time? Yeah, he's feeling much better. He's been really going through it, but he seems to be feeling better. HD, we are in, at the moment, we're in Asheville, North Carolina. Beautiful dream, like, yeah, I hear wonderful things about Asheville. I'm just a little close to the city. I'm not a big city girl. Guess I was imagining a mountain retreat. It's a big college town. Yeah, Basleo was just promoted to the 787 last week, but so far I was flying the 737. And Lee says a 787 never been in one yet. Emma says, my beautiful dream is to be a rock singer with a rock band, just like Citizen Soldier. Well, Emma, I hope you find your own voice and your own style and your own message. Okay, back. Where are you going, buddy? You know, these people around here think I'm up partying. Just got home from the bars and not realizing I just got up. Yeah, Carl's got the best voice. I don't even pay attention to the planes except for, is it big, is it little? Jack is hiding under the porch in the shadows. And Carl says, I only fly with Aer Lingus. Basilio says, why not others? And Carl says, I live in Ireland. Is that the only one in Ireland or the major carrier? I know nothing. So I might turn this entry light off so that we don't invite any bugs. Basilio says that's true for most people, Cat. AV geeks and plane spotting are a niche community. I think he ran into a spider web. He came out from under the porch shaking his head. The snail says, and Carl, Ireland, huh? What do you think of the new Global Airlines A380 direct flight from Ireland to USA? Oh, that's neat. I like a direct flight. He's just laying in the grass. Yes, Leo, I have a question. We asked this pilot when we were going to Mount Shasta in California. Are you guys allowed to talk about anything that may be unidentified that you see in the skies? Or is that a strict no-no? Emma, I am so glad you're still here. Hi, Bubba. So, hang on. So, it might scare a passenger if you say, yes, I see UFOs out there when I'm flying. Would that fall under things that you might not speak about? Emma, you love our friend Yogi too. Another thing we have in common. But Lil says if it does damage their name, even if it is serious, even if it's serious, you can't comment on it. As Lil says, Lee, I have been enjoying this rest, and I have the entirety of next week too. Beautiful. Good morning, Big Al. What are you doing, Bubba? Do you want to come in? You can come in anytime you want. I love you. I miss you. Big Al is sitting outside. Is this a city hall? They gave you the wrong key. The wrong key for what, Big Al? Are you working at the city hall and you need to get in? I'm so confused. Oh no, Carl. Carl. Uh-oh. Wow, that must have been a train. Sounded like the world was ending. That was so loud. Emma says, is Yogi like a therapist? Because I am going through a lot. Yeah, I know you're going through a lot. He's just a very good friend who's very wise, Emma. But he's not to take the place of a therapist. You told me you are seeing a therapist. You need to stay with that. Lee says, so weird. The other day I met a guy named Big Al. Not the same as in here. They gave you the wrong key for your front door. So are you locked out? Very confused. Okay, Basilis is so far the weirdest thing I have spotted flying is the so-called St. Elmo's fire. It's out of nowhere. It's as scary as its name. In contrary, it's a beautiful light show. I don't know what that is, but I am going to look that up. I thought we had a tornado coming. I had no idea what that noise was. I was not prepared. Are you ready to come in? You've had enough too? Enough of this great outdoors. Come on. You're a good boy, Jack. He's out of here. Emma, I said, even though Yogi's like a therapist, he is not a therapist. He's a good friend you can talk to. And you told me you do have a therapist, which is great. You need to stick with that. Hi, Bubba. What? You want me to take this off? Here, let me take this off of you. There you go. You're a good boy. Oh no, Lee, it was not a tornado warning. It was, this is a new place for me. So I think it was a train, a very short train, and we just hadn't heard it before. So it was quite surprising. No, you're not. Who do you think you are? We don't go in there. Oh, silly boy. Okay. He just wants to hide. I know what he's up to. Lots of rooms. Really cute, but do you want to sit in here? You can turn the light on. He's trying to get in the closet. Stinker. He got in. You can get up on the bed. You can get up. Go ahead. You want to get up? You want to get up? Okay. And Carl says, well, Carl, I mean, you have the right to do anything you want, Carl, but if somebody wasn't able to stop in and see you, I think you might lose some opportunities to have good friends. Isn't he pitiful? Come on. I told you you can get up here. Let's go. There you go. There you go. Okay. Does that make you happy? Yes. I love you. The first thing I do when I got here was put protective bedding on the couch and the bed. Hi, William. Good morning. Lee says Thursdays I go live if I'm free, but I'm not always able to. Bessel, he is a really good dog. He's not your typical, well, what I would think of an Irish setter to be. But I suspect if I had a puppy around, things would change. Okay. William, I'm doing really well. Ask me at about 5 o'clock how I'm doing. When I had to get up the nerve to go to a strange place with a bunch of strangers. The good thing is we're all here because we have the same interests. Basilio, I don't. I don't wash him. When he was a puppy, my previous dog I had washed way too much. I gave her too many baths, dried out her skin. So I went the other way with Jack. Because he's a redhead, he has sensitive skin. I rarely bathed him. And once he got bigger, he just won't have it. So he goes to a groomer, a friend of mine. And she does not put up with any nonsense, and the dogs love her. It is the QHHT thing, William. And if you go to I think it's QHHTofficial.com, there is a practitioner listing by state. And interns up to a certain point are free. When they get a little more experience, they can ask for a donation. So there's plenty of opportunities if you look and you really want a session. Lee says, I will talk to anyone, whether come live or not. I even talk to everyone who does not visit videos, etc. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. We're all here to help each other. For many time differences, work or commitments, and personal life always first. I think Carl just really depends on his friends, and it really means a lot to him when people show up for him. William, are you meditating, friend? Basil says, but my buddy here is a husky and sheds often. I want to wash him. before brushing the yeah. Oh, there he goes. Carl says I'm struggling, but Allie and A-Frame are helping me through it. It's really good to have friends. Who's not going to Yogi's? I'm going back a little bit because I missed some stuff. I will be, I think I'll be on all of his live streams. I'll be getting ready to go at the nighttime one, but we'll have to do some breath work. Build up some courage. Calm. Inner calm. Maddie. Good morning, Maddie. You're going fishing? Awesome. I hope you have a great day. But Snail likes your name, Maddie. Oh, he's such a stinker. No scratching. No, you know better. Don't you know? Okay. All right, William, I see you. I have to see what you're saying. William says, I've got Jack. He's such a distraction. Would you like him? Okay, I'm sorry. William says, I've got friendly people in my life. I don't have many friends. I tried to talk to one yesterday and just got glossed over. As I said then, no point in addressing it anymore. If God wanted anyone else in my life, they'd be here. Maddie's going to take off. Take care. Have a wonderful time. Productive fishing, friend. The only problem with the spinnies thing is he does a lot of scratching, and he's ripped so many sheets and blankets doing that. William, I don't know. I keep a close circle. The problem with that is sometimes the circle gets so close and so tiny, I find I'm the only one there, which goes back to Yogi's point. I am the only one there. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, and everything is happening for my benefit. There's always something for me to learn. And sometimes you just have to go out there and meet some new people and be open, which is why I'm here. Magnetic North says, I'm the same, close circle, but all trusted. This little says, is Carl's channel linked in your channel, Cat? Um, um, I don't think so. But you can click on him and go to his channel. William says it usually always is just me. The only person that I get to talk to is God, and it is lonely when they don't respond much. So, William, I go back to my last question. Are you meditating, friend? Meditation is different for everybody, but sometimes when I'm able to meditate and be still, boy, the connection really, really, really is strong. Like, I hear stuff, I'm shown stuff, and it's so beautiful and amazing, and I want to tell everybody, but I realize it's only significant to me. Carl says, I've never meditated. It's a really hard thing to get started. And then once you just make it a practice, even if you're just doing it for overall stress reduction, it becomes a little bit addicting. Lee says, for me, meditation frees the mind, calms, and gives greater understanding of life. Miss Lil says, Carl, it's different for every person. Maybe the thing that's therapeutic for you might be trained in plain spotting. Yeah. I know a lot of people who garden. Garden is their meditation. Hikes, walking in the woods. Somebody like me, maybe you too, William, where your mind is going constantly. The ego mind is always judging, telling you you're alone. For me, I have to stop. I really have to stop and just be present with myself. Colette, good morning. I love that name, Colette. But Lil says I play puzzles. That's what's therapeutic for me. William says, unfortunately, yes. That is all the response I get when attempting to get any help from human relationships I try to talk to. I need a real resource to talk with. Guess I will just build one using AI again. That's interesting. My daughter does that. She's named her AI friend. But you said a real resource to talk with. Do you consider AI a real source? I know you have Yogi. Oh, Carl says, hi, Diana, if you're watching. Yeah, I think you wanted me to make sure I read it, William. Or maybe it wanted you to see what you wrote and think about it. William, I'm not in your shoes, but I'm in a time in my life where I find myself to be physically alone. I do have Jack. Thank you, God, I have Jack. But that's a lot of pressure on Jack. I expect him to take care of me and love me and talk to me and cater to my every need. And I mean, that's a lot of pressure to put on one poor little dog. So I understand being lonely. I mean, yeah, I really do understand it. I've been having a really good time being alone, but also like this trip. If I don't go back home, nobody will know. Work will know in a week or two when I don't show up. It can be very, very lonely. And it's easy for me to fall into self pity. Reminds me of that saying, everywhere I go, there I am. You just can't escape myself. So I might as well make friends with myself, be my own best friend. William, I just love you. Carl, I love you. And we can be alone together. And have a good day, friend. William, I'm reading what you said and I'm just thinking about it. Who stays the course of giving advice to keep returning to A Course in Miracles, which isn't an unvalued resource? I'm listening to this right here, but I can't have it be an answer when it keeps telling me it is me assigning value and it's all meaningless. All right, William, that last one sounds like a tongue twister. I think, William, you have to go into A Course in Miracles with an open mind. Just, I mean, for the first, it's so weird. When I first started, I was like, I didn't understand a thing. It didn't sink in. I think it's a matter of just relaxing and allowing and understand that I don't know what anything is for. And that includes starting A Course in Miracles. I don't know what it's for. After time, I start to see differently. I start to understand things differently. William says, I can escape myself, and unfortunate that myself isn't enough for myself. Thinking to myself is keeping this loop going. And if you are able to read a little bit of the lessons, the first lessons, they explain that the lessons are just the beginning lessons, they're just designed to a little crack, a little opening in those ego thoughts. And that's all it needs, is just that little opening to start seeping in. Lee, yes, definitely the book. The book's important. I tried to do it without the book for the first couple weeks, and I didn't. I guess because I wasn't able to keep going back and looking at what I was reading, it was different. And Carl says, if anything happened to me, no one would know. William says, same. I said the same, Carl. I was like, it would take a little while, but nobody would know. I specifically called my daughter the other day and said, hey, you're my emergency contact, because if something happens to me, I'm at work, nobody would know to go check on Jack, to feed him, to let him out, to take care of him. That's my biggest fear, is that he'd be all alone, starving to death. Our minds can just really take us to some really, really dark places. The ego mind. And Lee, there's a whole text in A Course in Miracles that's not necessarily covered in the lessons. And the text is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lee says, I understand. I do prefer to go back and reread, and that gives a better understanding. I see you, William. I know Yogi's right around the corner. Yogi with the wisdom. William says, how does that help me figure out where I am going to live or do for work? How am I going to make any progress in my life past this point of having destroyed my chances here? Look at, look, my Yogi is just, we are, same wavelength. William, I see you said you use AI to progress through A Course in Miracles. It was all I had to turn to. And I think it's a valuable resource. Just know that AI is not 100% correct all the time because it's using a lot of information that it draws from many sources. Oh, Yogi. Yogi says, I might not know the details, William, but I would miss you, and I hope you know that, my friend. And I would immediately sense a disturbance in the force and teleport myself to feed Jack. Thank you, Yogi. William says, thank you, Yogi. Given these events, I could not be online for a period of time going forward, maybe weeks or months. Who would know? You know what, William? I don't know if this helps, but it just came to me about my mom and how misguided she was. Well, that's my interpretation. But I don't know how to say this without being harsh or sounding harsh. But when she passed, I was a little bit happy for her because I was like, Mom, now you know the truth. All your fears, all your demons were baseless. And I'm glad I had A Course in Miracles in my life at that point because maybe I wouldn't have seen it like that. I would have been, I would have been, I wonder if she went to heaven. I wonder if she went to hell. Is she in purgatory? Now I know in my heart. I have a better understanding that she knows. She can see now. And that gives me so much joy. As Lil says, well, it was nice catching up with you guys today. See you on the next one, Kat. Lil, thank you for coming by. I just love you so much. Thank you. And one day you're going to tell me that you've seen a UFO. I know it. Yogi says to William, let me know if you need a bit of help for phone funds, William, so that we can keep you in the loop with us. Rosie, hi Rosie. Boy, I just sense such a sweetness come in the room when I see Rosie. William says, right, I fully understand AI and its hallucinations. I am prideful in admitting I have seen more than I should know. It is just a shame. It isn't beneficial to me. And Yogi says, hi, Rosie. Rosie's asking how everybody is. William says, I am happy at anyone's passing. They are finally at the true primordial essence, no longer having any suffering. Yeah, it's just not something you can go around announcing. I'm so glad my mom is dead. That is shocking, right? Unless you've been with a loved one who's suffered, then, I can see. Well, I'll just stop right there. Rosie says, I'm okay, just not feeling well. I'm sorry, Rosie. Lee says, I'm just off now, friends. Bye. Bye, Lee. Have a great day, friend. Yogi's going to be right back. I believe he has his... Oh, no, he's already done his writing. Mike is bored, apparently. Okay. Anyways. Soul Stars, hi, sissy. Good morning, friend. Rosie says, it's okay. I'm hoping I get better soon. I don't like being sick. Yeah. I hope you get better really soon too, Rosie. Thanks for catching that, William. I was a little behind in chat. Rosie says, hi, stars, and thank you. And Soul Star says, blessed day to you and everyone. Same to you, friend. I think I'm going to mute just for a second so I can blow my nose. Oh, better. And then Soul Star says, hi, Rosie. Feel better soon. Yeah, William, I'm going to tell you like I tell my kids. I love you so much, and I wish I could make it all better for you. And same for you, Rosie. Suman says, like done. And hello, friends. Hi there. I think there might have been just a little bit of a language barrier there. I could be wrong. Suman Sharma says, hello. Hello, everyone. And they said they hope Rosie feels better soon, too. Yup, if wishes could make things happen, which maybe they do, you'd be well right now, Rosie. William says I suppose I should just start the trip early instead of holding on to potential security. William, I ask you again, are you meditating? I want to tell you guys, somebody told me once, I don't remember what teacher told me about asking for signs. And the biggest sign I can ask for is just, did you hear me? And there is a group, an angelic group of beings that I am aware of. They are in my field. And I have to tell you, I've not been let down. Like I'll ask all sorts of things. I had a request the other day. I was like, this is what I want. This or whatever you see as being better for me. This is what I would like. And I said, can you send me the sign? Not as a yes, not as a no, just that you've heard me. And sure enough, as soon as I forgot, I wasn't even looking for that sign. Boy, the sign came in strong. I was so excited. I was so happy. Sumit Sharma says, what are you doing? What are you doing, sister? I am your friend. I'm just hanging out in a room with my dog, talking to you guys. How about you? What are you doing? It's nice to meet you too. Hi, MK. Suman, have you how did you find me? I'm wondering if it's from Village Food or maybe Shahi. You're editing. Do you like editing? I secretly enjoy editing, but I'm not up to date on some of the fantastic editing that's out there. I can take I have ideas and I can edit things down to make it look good in my unprofessional way. It's just rewarding. It's a grind. It takes a lot of time, but when you produce something you're really proud of, it's so rewarding. William, is there a specific way to ask? You ask. I don't think so. I was being silly. I mean, I'm just aware of this group through another friend, um, the Judah channel. Angie is a channeler for the Judah channel, which is a group of angels. And no, I was just in a goofy mood. I was walking around the house singing. I was thinking of things I wanted in my life. So I just started talking to them. And I was having a lot of fun with it. I was like, not so serious. I was singing and laughing and just talking to them, feeling very not alone. I felt very supported that day. William says, hi, MK. And Rosie says, I just wanted to thank you for going live. You're awesome. Rosie, you're awesome. I told you, you just bring the sweetness, just a genuine sweetness when I see your name. MK says, well, if you want, Kat, I could use an editor. I'm certainly not professional. And editing is your least favorite part of making videos. Oh, Suman says, I am doing comedy, funny shorts also. Those are good. MK says, actually writing descriptions and especially hashtags is my least favorite part. Oh my gosh, I am subscribed to you. Suman Sharma. Yes, I remember you. Yeah, I remember your shorts too. And I am subscribed to you, friend. Here, and let me add her as a standard moderator so she can make friends and everybody else can make friends with her. Soulstar says, I actually prefer recording over being live because it offers a space for the creative juices to flow with a lot less resistance. I understand what you're saying. For me, Sissy, um, I don't have as much control when things are live. And that's kind of scary, letting go of control. You're very welcome, Suman Sharma. Very, very welcome. I'm sorry it took me a while. I'm pretty slow in the morning. The brain takes a while to warm up. So I basically sit here and spout nonsense. And I appreciate every single one of you for hanging out with me. MK says, if I have an active, positive chat, I prefer lives. And Soulstar says, hi, MK. And she says to Suman, I have connected to you. And she says, thank you. I think I probably made it private. My very first live. Oh, so awkward, so uncomfortable. And when it was done, I told my daughter, I don't ever want to do that again. Suman Sharma says, okay, I am. She has a lot of work, so she will meet us soon. Thank you for coming in, Suman, and reminding me who you were. I love you, and I hope you have a great day. Yogi says, but it's beautiful nonsense. It's probably why I love that movie, A Beautiful Mind. Rosie says, being really honest, your live streams and yogis helps me out a lot. I have bad anxiety and depression, so you and Yogi really glad I got the chance to know you guys. Same, Rosie. I think I just think a lot of us can relate with each other. Bye, Suman Sharma. MK says, same, Rosie. Lives can be a lifesaver. William says, have you ever done something that would lose you, your family, or at least the perception you might? Absolutely. I was speaking about this with Yogi last night. There's some things I have done that I struggle to forgive myself for. And when we did that forgiveness meditation, I was able to be a little softer with myself, see myself a little bit differently. I just ask you, where does a 10-year-old come up with some violent tendencies? Where does all that anger come from for a 10-year-old? And that was what I was seeing last night. Yogi says, my first live stream was as awkward as my most recent. I just embraced my awkwardness a bit better now. Rosie says, MK, I wanted to talk with you the other day, but you were busy, so I didn't. MK says, I didn't get the message. I wonder if she sent it because she thought you were busy, MK. Rosie, I say you bother MK. You just harass him till he sees you. Yeah, she says, I deleted MK after you said you wanted to sleep. I didn't want to disturb you. Yeah, William, it is learned from the parents, generational curses. Yeah, and one of the things that I was shown is that um, I was shown that and taught that as I heal my own my own stuff. I am healing the generations before me and ahead of me. We're breaking those generational curses. Which gets into a bunch of quantum stuff I don't understand, but I really, really love the thought that I'm not just healing myself, I'm healing my mom and my mom's mom and my kids and their kids. Boy, that's the most I could hope for. Soulstar says, William, once I lost everything I ever loved. I went through a shift that felt like I was turned inside out. Now I know that if I just let it all go, nothing is lost. William, I think it's important to be selfish. Hang on just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Got a little choked up. Is it being selfish if in the end there is only you? If you are creating your world? Is it even possible to be selfish? Rosie says, how are you, William? I'm not sure if I said hi to you. If I didn't, sorry. Rosie says, stars, I love your profile picture. It is very cool. Speaking of Soul Star's profile picture, that is exactly how I see MK, only in a male version, a very, very strong male version. When I saw that, I was like, oh, it struck me too. It was beautiful. MK says, I was awake for a while. I just had no plans to go live that day, Rosie. If I would have seen your message, I would have responded. Williams, I'm reading you, William. A potential safety net with my family or a selfish pursuit of only myself. Both are selfish. If I pursue my selfish desire and achieve something and I have no one to celebrate with, then is it for naught? Or stay with the premise of a safety net and risk building resentment as there are things left going unresolved. You know, William, hey, William, are you meditating? I just think, William, you're very thoughtful. And are you finding a way to be able to calm your thoughts and just be in the very now moment? Soulstar says, when I was told I was a bad kid, it led me to ask what that says about the parents. Then I forgave them for doing what they could based on the knowing represented at that time. And Yogi says, epigenetics, forwards and back. Beautiful thought, Kat. Thank you. I really latched on to that when I heard it. I believed it. It felt good. It felt true. William says, thank you, Rosie, and I am sure you might have. I appreciate the kindness either way. Soul Stars also says, thank you, Rosie. It is a cross between me and a lioness. And Rosie says, it's okay, MK. I texted twice, waited a little, then deleted it. William says, the other part of why I'm wanting to stay, at least until the pizza place opens at noon, is to try them before I leave. Also selfish, but driving out of Florida at 90 degrees is going to be brutal. Yes, I know that. Rosie says she loves lions. Me too. Oh, and Soulstar says me too. William says, I tried that, Soulstars, but it still feels somewhat hollow. Like if I am doing it only for me and not them, am I honoring God? William, the whole thing about the generational curses is there is a point where you have to be selfish. When you heal yourself, you're bringing others with you unknowingly. Be selfish, William. Take care of you. Love on you. Rosie says Lion Soul Stars would be a nice name. Lioness. William says, I have been trying to meditate, and all it keeps showing me is the future with only one path. Maybe, maybe a chanting meditation, or even learning primordial sound meditation, which it gives you one thing to focus on so that your thoughts aren't going back and forth. Soulstar says, you are doing it for you, William. You are honoring the God spark within as well. Thank you, Soul Stars. I got stuffy. How did I get so darn stuffy? I'm adding Yogi's link now. Paste. It's always a surprise to see what comes out after I've tried to type something. Pin that message. Soulstar says, love you guys. I love you too, Sissy. You are a calm presence. Yogi says that is visualization, William, not meditation. Meditation is the release of our projections and settling into stillness, even as we watch the motion of them. MK says, do you actually have red hair, sissy? We're looking for more kin for our tribe. MK said, I was actually wondering because of the lion cross. I saw that. And he's renaming you now. Lion and Sissy. Lissy? What is TBF? The Rosie says, I'm feeling pretty tired today. I have a lot to do later. And you know what? Sometimes just thinking about all the stuff you have to do can make you tired. This living is exhausting. Well, rest up. That is my plan. I have some major fears I have to conquer tonight, which is entering a room full of people I don't know and trying to be friendly and befriend and make friends. That's pretty daunting for me. So I'm going to rest up also. I'm going to meditate and I am going to do a bunch of breathing with Yogi as much as he offers it on his live streams today. Hi, Jamie. Jamie from Fishing and Hunting Outdoors is here. Yogi says, selfish is just another story. Selfless is where we are and implies that any action taken is taken for the whole. Make yourself truly happy, William, and the whole world smiles. Rosie says hi to hunting and fishing. What's fishing and hunting? And fishing and hunting says, Rosie, I just subscribed to you. MK says, hi, FNH. That's Jamie. I'm just going to call him Jamie from now on. You know, fishing and hunting outdoors is Jamie. And Jamie says, hi, MK. Rosie says, yes, I have a lot of things to do. I don't think I'll be able to, but I'll try. Rosie says, thanks, Jamie. I think I'm already subbed to you. Let me make sure. Rosie, you just do what you can. Be easy on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Yogi. Me too. I plan on breathing all day long. I meant breath work. I'm sorry, Rosie. She says my headache is getting really bad. It feels like somebody's hitting me on my head. Rosie, have you ever tried any mudras for headaches? I don't know if it'll work for you, but it seemed to have it has seemed to have worked for me. You could look that up if you were interested, Rosie. It's a MUDRA. Yogi, breath work. Gotcha. Good thing you have an on-demand breath work coach who loves you, Cat. I consider myself truly blessed. All right, Rosie, I'm going to write down because my M probably sounded like an N. MUDRA. Maybe you can Google mudras for headaches and try that. It's worth a try. All right, guys, it's 5 o'clock. We don't want to make Yogi late for his own party. My party is over. You don't have to go home, but you got to get up on out of here. Just kidding. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. And I thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Bye, y'all.